Hi, good morning everyone. This is Anna from hotoptionbabe.com. This is the chart of the S&P futures or the E-minis. And right now we are actually down about 10 points this morning, Monday morning, July, I keep saying June, July 25th, 2001. We still have that inverted head and shoulder pattern here that I have been pointing out to you guys. Okay, so we look at the daily, still pointing up. I don't think that this debt thing is going to be, whatever as horrible as everybody thinks it's going to be. But I think that these jokers in Washington have nothing better to do but push their own agenda. So that being said, I do expect this gap to get filled here at some point quite soon. It's probably this week. So that being said, we do have a buy on the MACD histogram 60, even with this thing being down. Being down 10 handles. So you can see we're running right into some resistance here in the in pivot resistance. Sorry, cat fell off the desk. And we had a little bit, it looks like a tail here, and then it's sort of just chopping sideways. So I do expect this to probably get resolved pretty soon, and we'll see the markets start to head back up. It held some nice support level there. All right, now going on to silver, which I was completely wrong on last week, and you can see we had this ascending wedge that I should have paid more attention to than I was paying attention to this head and shoulder that we had. So we bailed and got out, okay, and we went long silver, which is now banging up to another resistance level around 41.19. Let's take a look at the 60. I hate Mondays. Yeah, ran right into this red pivot resistance line. And it looks like it's, coming off a little bit, got a little bit of bearish diversion here, but that could just reaccelerate and go right back up. So let's really take a look at the daily. Now you can see that head and shoulder that I thought might play out, which it did not. So, and it also had a bear flag on it. So, but I was completely wrong, and we got out of that trade. That being said, let's go on to gold, which has probably got the similar pattern. Okay, yep. That's really going to break through. It broke through some resistance, and now it looks like it's going to may even continue on to 624 if I'm looking at this correctly. Let me take a look. Yeah, I guess, yes. Oh, it did hit 624. Oh, wow. Yeah, maybe 635 would be another, after a little pullback to maybe 1600 would probably be a good level. And it might reaccelerate and continue higher. I think that the people are just going to gold and silver now because it's the in there. It's called the safe haven, even when all this garbage. There's a lot of stuff still going on in Greece, and the pigs, and the bonds in Portugal and Italy and Greece again today are just absolutely getting widened to the max. So we'll have to keep our eyes on all this. Now, basically, surprisingly, I'm going to tell you, I'm not that short, and like I am short via silver as a bearish market position, and that's because I don't think this is going to last, and I think we'll end up probably heading up here pretty soon. So it's all kabuki theater and all a bunch of, I just can't stand politicians, really. I'm sorry, they all bug me. All right, let's take a look at Apple. Apple's been doing incredibly well. I mean, it's almost vertical. Don't bet against Apple. That's just my feeling, is that, pullbacks on Apple are just meant to be bought. But it's still a very strong chart, and there's nothing, nothing to say otherwise. Another was a triangle that broke to the upside. It's retesting some areas in here. May come down to around 389, but I think its next target is back to 400. Okay, and I am long Apple via spreads. Okay, guys, have a really great week. I hope to talk to you or see you soon. If you're interested in joining the lounge, just send me an email, info@hotoptionbabe.com. And if not, post away on the regular blog. Have a great one. Talk to you soon.